evening and welcome to the Sun TV. Recently, Nigerians celebrated their Democracy Day, which was June 12. So right about now, we're on the streets of Abuja to find out from Nigerians what memories they have about June 12, 1993. Do join me as we listen to what Nigerians have to say. What memories do you have about June 12, 1993?
I remember that June 12 was the day Nigerians had the opportunity of voting sincerely. That was when people came out en masse to exercise their franchise uninhibited, and that mandate was annulled. And I want to believe that the annulment has remained unpopular. So June 12 remains a day that Nigeria lost as a whole, not just the owner of the mandate, but every Nigerian that casted a vote that day.
The memory I have of June 12, 1993 is that I was a living witness. I know Chief Moshood Abiola very well. I was part of those who nominated him in Jos Township Stadium. I was a councillor. So I was part of the process, and we were very, very, very hopeful that everything will work well. But when they annulled the election, it was the greatest disservice to the nation to date, because everything was going fine. Nigeria was on the verge of breaking through like other nations of the world. But when the election was annulled and the NADECO, the protest, it is a terrible thing to think about. It was somebody at the verge of breakthrough, then everything goes back to zero.
My memories of June 12 is a mixed bag, because then we were in secondary school. The whole build up to June 12 was exciting for us. There was SDP and NRC. We were having a hope that Nigeria was finally transiting into democratic rule, and it first of all started with the option A4, and then Eradua and Co, Adamu Chiroma, they came and it all went like that. So Abiola and Tofa came on board.
It was a disappointment generally to the nation. Personally, I saw it as a disappointment because it was the freest and fairest election that was ever conducted. But who knows how it was manipulated and now annulled.
June 12, honestly, 1993 was a black day for the transition into democracy. The people that were in charge, the Abacha of the day, all of them left the scene in mysterious way. Abacha died, Abiola himself died, Obasanjo was released from prison. Then it gave birth to this present dispensation, which we have spent about 21 years uninterrupted democracy.
We pray that we'll have a better election where sincerity will be displayed in casting votes and there will be no annulment. That election, we were kids then, but we knew, Nigeria was going towards a direction that was going to be good for all. And at the end of the day, we were hearing the results. Abiola there, Abiola here, Abiola there. And at the end of the day, all of a sudden, we saw things halted. And at the end of the day, June 12 became like a cloud that came without the rain.
And probably, I don't know if it's as a result of that very day, what really happened, that is even choking our democracy for today.
We believe the situation we find ourselves today would have been better off, because if he was allowed to really give what he has as at then, he was a philanthropist. We know him. He was very rich and he helped the poor. So as at that time, I believe he would have done something that would have been better for us.
Well, if there was no annulment, maybe we would have had a good administration that would have represented the wishes of the masses.
If June 12 was actualized, Nigeria would have never known religious bigotry. The kind of violence we have with all this Boko Haram, kidnapping and all sorts of banditry, we would have averted it.
Ogwike Emmanuel, reporting live for the Sun TV.